Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Midnight Musings. My name is Ron Guth, and tonight I want to talk to you about YouTube, specifically the rabbit holes that you can go down if you spend any amount of time on YouTube. Sometimes I find these interesting channels that I will follow and just keep watching, and after about 3 or 4 hours, I think, where did the time go? I'm still watching YouTube videos. So here's a little list of some of my favorites, and I actually found some of these tonight. And when you watch one video, there's a bunch of links to other videos below, and they're similar subject, but you may be able to find something else that's new and exciting. So you go down that rabbit hole. One of my favorites is Caught in Providence, and I'll give a list of these in the description below so that you can know exactly what they are. And I'm not getting any any paid, recompensation for anything that I'm giving here. These are just things that I like. There's no deal made between these channels and me. The first one is Caught in Providence. Caught in Providence is like a Judge Judy channel, but in this case is an 83-year-old judge named Frank Caprio, and he's just a really nice guy. He dispenses justice with a good sense of humor, and he's more than fair. And he does crazy stuff, like he pulled Paula Abdul into one of his videos lately, and if the defendant could name two of Paula Abdul's songs, that he let him off easier. So just a really nice guy. 1.28 million subscribers. Okay, I mean, this is how popular the guy is. There's tons of animal videos on there. One of my favorites is the one where the lions they catch a water buffalo calf and they're dragging them, and they fall into a river, and then a crocodile grabs one end of the water buffalo calf, and the lions have the other, and they're like a tug of war between the two, and the lions finally drag the calf up onto land, and then the water buffalo herd comes and saves the calf. It's just this incredible video that how they ever happened to be there at the right time in the right place and captured this thing is just phenomenal. Then one of my favorite videos is Sail Life. There's a fellow named Mads Dalka, lives in Denmark, and he's redoing a Warrior 38 sailboat called Athena. And I've been watching him for a couple of years. I had sailboats for a while and loved sailing, so it's only natural that I liked his channel. But he actually came to America for a meetup a couple of years ago, and my wife and I went up to LA and met him and his fiancee Ava, and he just turns out to be a really nice guy, a really likable guy. So this is what can happen. You can get so involved in these YouTube channels that you subscribe, and then you come onto their live streams, you go visit them in person. It's just really interesting. Another one of my favorite subjects or videos to watch is Catfish Noodling. Look it up. It's just really fascinating how people find these giant catfish in a hole at the bottom of a river, and they go down and they stick their hand in the mouth of this catfish and pull it up. So it's just amazing to watch them do this. Another one of my favorites is upcoming movie trailers. I love movies, so I love to see what's coming up, and you can just watch trailer after trailer after trailer, and if you're not careful, like I said, you'll lift your head up and 2 hours have gone by. So those are very fascinating. Another favorite channel is Bama Bass. This was a fellow who had a big aquarium with some, bass in it, big mouth bass, and he actually built this giant pond in his backyard and made it specifically to keep his bass and crappie in there. And he installed live cameras in there so he can, you can keep track of the Bamas, and he'll throw bait fish in there. It's just really fascinating to watch and to see how the fish are growing up and becoming, big bass. There's oh, by the way, the Bama Bass has 48,000 subscribers. One I just found tonight was called Tragedy and Triumph, an American Robin documentary. And it's basically a guy sticks a live cam on a nest of robins, and he shows how this robin lays eggs, how the babies are born, and how they may be stolen by a predator like a crow. That's the tragedy, but the triumph is that finally a brood is born and four baby robins grow up and fly and leave the nest. So it's really kind of neat. Other fascinating videos include beekeeping. There's tons of beekeeping videos on there. Killer bees, bees in walls, bees in houses, harvesting honey. And to show you how popular this sort of channel is, there's one called Beekeeping with Maddie, and her episode number 12 has 6.8 million views. I mean, that's pretty incredible. My wife likes Bernadette Banner. She does YouTube channels or videos on making Victorian clothing, hand stitching it, hand cutting it, just creating the stuff. And a lot of the stuff, the techniques are gone. I mean, they've disappeared. And so she has to sort of improvise and say, well, how would they have done this back then? So it's really fascinating to watch her channels. And finally, there's tons of music videos. One of my favorites that I've seen recently is called IMY2. It's a cover band, and they do everything from Justin Bieber to Adele to Lady Gaga to, Dolly Parton. And the lead singer, she has this crazy blue hair and has this incredible voice, and she can sing just about everything. So it's really interesting to watch that. So basically, here I am creating my own YouTube video talking about YouTube videos. So it's kind of ironic. But anyway, I just thought I'd tell a few of my favorites there. So anyway, thanks for watching this week's video, or tonight's video. I'll have another one tomorrow. Again, thanks for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow because I'm going to bed. Good night.